Steelers, we are back, and today, NFL playoff predictions. 2 games left. Which team is making the playoffs, which team isn't. We got a bunch of bubble teams. We're going to go through my playoff predictions, who's in, who's out, and overall, what's the bracket going to look like, right? So I'm going to put a picture up displaying what the bracket currently looks like. We have a couple teams basically guaranteed to make the playoffs. Right now, the way that the current playoff picture is, we have Baltimore as the 1 seed, 49ers is the 1 seed. They both get byes. We have Jacksonville versus Cleveland, Kansas City versus Buffalo. That would be a good game. Dolphins versus Colts. Colts currently 7th seed, but they're on the bubble. NFC, Buccaneers and Cowboys, Lions at Rams, Eagles, and Seahawks. That's the current playoff picture, but things might change. We're gonna go through my predictions. Like I said, I'm a pretty smart dude. I'm an engineer. I know all of the different playoff scenarios, tiebreakers, stuff like that. I'm gonna walk you through them right now and who has the best chances to make the playoffs. So we have the Baltimore Ravens at the 1 seed. We're gonna go from 1 seed down to 7 seed in the AFC, then same thing in the NFC. 1 seed in the AFC, I like the Ravens holding on to that. Currently, the Ravens are 12-3, 2 remaining games, Dolphins and Steelers. Okay, granted, the game against the Dolphins, that's a little bit tough, right? Maybe they drop that one, but they still have a bounce back game the following week. The chance the Ravens have of the number 1 seed right now is currently 74%. I like those odds. The Dolphins are currently sitting at number 2. They also have the chance to leapfrog them. They're 1 game back. The Dolphins, though, have a tougher schedule. The Dolphins play the Ravens head-to-head next week. Week 17. They could get that tiebreaker. It would be very important. But Dolphins versus Ravens. Ravens just topple the 49ers. Who knows what's going to happen? Really a toss-up kind of game. But I'm going with Baltimore. And then even if they get that tiebreaker over the Ravens, the Dolphins have another tougher game the following week. The Ravens play the Steelers. Should be an easy win. Whereas the Dolphins in Week 18 play the Bills. Even if they beat the Ravens, I don't know if they'll beat the Bills right afterwards. So Ravens, number 1. Dolphins, number 2. I think that's good. Number 3, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. 9-6 currently, 2 remaining games. Bengals, Chargers. The Bengals, they're honestly like the Raiders, except they haven't been playing as hot, and the Raiders just toppled the Chiefs. Don't know what's happening in Kansas City. Don't like it. I still think the Chiefs hold on to that division. Their closest competition is the Broncos, and they're not even really in the picture. Chiefs at number 3 makes sense. Then we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are currently 4 seed, projected to win their division. They're 8-7. 2 easy games. But guess what? Trevor Lawrence, AC sprain in the shoulder, can't throw a football. They still should be good. Versus the Panthers, easy win. Trevor Lawrence, not a long-term injury. Bounce back versus the Titans if he doesn't play next week. Jaguars should finish 2-0, finish 10-7, and be the 4 seed. Maybe even 3 seed, depending if the Chiefs really troll against the Bengals and Chargers. 5 seed currently is the Cleveland Browns. I like it staying like this too. They're not going to be able to leapfrog the Ravens for the division. They have 2 games left versus the Jets and Bengals. I really think the magic number in the AFC is 10 wins. Get the 10 wins or you're out. Get the 10 wins and you're in. Browns 10-5. 2 easy games left versus the Jets and Bengals. I like it. Then we got the Bills at 9-6, currently at the 6th seed, squeaking in the playoffs. I like it. Now the Bills have to be careful. If they lose versus the Patriots this week, surely not going to happen. Then their playoff chances plummet. But if they beat the Patriots and then they'll have 10 wins, they'll be in a good spot. They also play the Dolphins the last week of the season. Potentially could steal a division, but I don't see that happening. But Patriots and Dolphins for the Bills. Bills 6 seed. Okay. 7th seed is where we're going to have a bit of a change. Currently, the Colts are the 7th seed, 8-7. They play the Raiders and the Texans. Like I said, 10 wins is the magic number most likely. We have a huge tie in the AFC at 8-7. So Colts are 8-7, currently 7th seed. 8th seed is the Texans, also 8-7. They play the Titans and Colts. Should beat the Titans, CJ Stroud's back, and then kind of a playoff battle against the Colts for the division, I think. Not for the division, but for the 7th seed. And then we have the Bengals at 8-7. They play the Chiefs and Browns. Tough schedule. Goodbye. Jay Brown's not getting in the playoffs. Tough luck. See you next year. The Steelers are in the playoff picture. 8-7. But hard schedule. Seahawks and Ravens. I don't see it happening. I see the battle coming down to the Colts and Texans. I have the Texans with CJ Stroud, healthy Nico Collins, sneaking into the playoffs in that 7th spot. Colts eliminated. Goodbye. So that's my playoff picture for the AFC. We're going to go through their playoff odds right now, actually. The Ravens, they have a 100% playoff chance already clinched. Dolphins already clinched the playoffs. Like I said, Ravens, Dolphins fighting for 1 seed. Chiefs, 95% chance of making it. Jaguars, 70% chance of making it. Browns, basically clinched because they got 10 wins, almost 100% chance. Bills, 87% chance currently, but if they lose versus the Patriots, it drops to 46%. Tough luck. Colts, 51% chance of making the playoffs. Cannot afford to lose a single game, or things will not be good. The Texans have a 36% chance, and they're the closest bubble team. But if they keep winning and they don't lose, then they'll be in a good spot. If the Texans win this week, they'll have a 51% chance of making it, similar to the Colts, and then it'll be a head-to-head battle the final week for the 7th seed. Now we're going to go to the NFC. NFC, not much has to change. Currently, we have the 49ers at 11-4, sitting in that 1 seed. Now, there's also a big tie in the NFC in terms of 1 seed. We have the Eagles and Lions also at 11-4. 49ers, though, how's their schedule looking like? They got the Commanders, free win, then the Rams. Rams could be a toss-up game. Rams need to win to make the playoffs. Maybe they lose, probably not. 49ers probably getting 2 wins. Eagles been playing really bad, just like the Chiefs, 11-4. Cardinals and Giants on their schedule. Okay, figure they go 2-0, but who knows because they've been playing awful. Lions, 11-4, but the hardest schedule of the 3. Cowboys and Vikings. I don't think the Lions get the 1 seed. But I do think that it stays in that order, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Buccaneers, currently the 4 seed, winner of the garbage NFC South. The Buccaneers have been playing good as of late. Huge win the week prior on Thursday Night Football. I believe, no, that was the Rams. Sorry, Rams beat the Saints. That was a huge one. We'll talk about that in a sec. But the Buccaneers have the Saints and Panthers left. Saints have another huge playoff game. Could spoil the Buccaneers' playoff hopes in Week 17. Buccaneers have to win that game over the Saints. They're currently 8-7. They play the Saints and Panthers. Battle over Saints is going to be a huge divisional matchup to see who makes the playoffs. I think this Buccaneers win. I think they're 4 seed. Cowboys currently 5 seed. Basically, this is going to be the Eagles or Cowboys. I see it being the Cowboys. 10-5, game behind. They play the Lions and Commanders. Tough game versus the Lions. I think the Cowboys stay at 5. 6 seed. Currently the Rams 8-7. They play the Giants and 49ers. I think 9 wins is the lucky number to make the playoffs in the NFC. You got to get to 9 wins. Rams are 8-7. Seahawks are 8-7. They're the 6 and 7 seed. Rams, they play the Giants and 49ers. If you lose to the Giants, you're screwed. But I think they beat them and get to the 9 wins. 6 seed Rams. 7 seed, similar deal. They play the Steelers and Cardinals. Hopefully they beat the Steelers. Tough matchup. If not, beat the Cardinals the next week. Get to 9 wins. Should be okay. However, there's a couple teams lurking that could also get to 9 wins at 9-8. We have the Vikings at 7-8, but they play the Packers and Lions. Tougher schedule. Probably not beating the Lions. So maybe they get 8 wins. Saints, they play the Buccaneers and Falcons. That's why the Buccaneers game is a huge game. They could potentially jump and leapfrog the Buccaneers if they get 9 wins and the Buccaneers don't. But the Buccaneers also have the Panthers, so they probably should be fine. But regardless. And we have the Falcons at 7-8, Packers at 7-8. I don't like any of those bubble teams. I like the NFC playoff picture as it is. Let's look at the playoff percentages. 49ers, 71% chance 49ers get 1 seed, 20% Eagles get 1 seed, 8% Lions get 1 seed. Yep, pretty much standard with what I was saying. Playoff chances, Buccaneers 86% chance making the playoffs. Cowboys already clinched. Rams 67% chance making the playoffs. Seahawks 68% chance of making the playoffs. But listen to this. Pretty good chances for them, right? If they lose next week, their odds drop to 26% and 39%. So, tough spot there for some of those NFC bubble teams. The Vikings have a 31% chance, and the Packers have a 25% chance. If they can win, they can make things tight. If they're an 8-8 and a couple of the other teams lose. But besides that, that's going to be the video. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Who's making the NFL playoffs? Comment down below. Thanks for watching. Peace out.